Hi everyone, let's solve this question. This is a question which I have created based on the questions given in the GMAT official advanced questions book. So let's get started. There are only two newspapers available in city X. If 60% of the residents of city X read paper 1 and 70% of the residents read paper 2, what percentage of the residents read both? So that's the question. And we're given two statements. Statement 1 says 20% of the residents read neither, and statement 2 says 10% of the residents read only paper 1. Pause the video, give it a try, and then let's solve this question together. Alright, we're back. I hope you have given it a try. And before we solve this question, if you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe to this channel and support us so that we can continue bringing you good content. So let's get started. Now let's try to visualize the information given in the question stem. So we have city X and there are only two newspapers, paper 1 and paper 2, and it's given that 60% of the residents read paper 1 and 70% of the residents read paper 2. So that's what is given, and we need to find what percentage of the residents read both. So that's the question. Now let's take a look at statement 1. It says 20% of the residents read neither. So that means whatever is outside these two circles, this over here is 20%, right? So we can find P1 intersection P2, right? So again, remember this is a data sufficiency question. You don't need to go ahead and find the value. So yes, statement 1 alone is sufficient. All right. Now just for your information, how would we find it if we wanted to find it? So the area, this plus this, right? This area would be equal to 100 minus 20, which is 80. Now 80, again, let me just quickly write this over here for your reference. 80 would be equal to 60 plus 70 minus the intersection. 60 plus 70 minus whatever is the intersection. And with that, we can find the intersection. So this is 130, this is 130, right? So the intersection is 130 minus 80, which is equal to 50. So that's how we would have found it if it's a quant question and we had to find it. But again, remember, to save your time, you don't need to go ahead and find it over here. You just need to know whether you can have a definite yes or no. So yes, statement 1 alone is sufficient. All right. What about statement 2 alone? Let's take a look. 10% of the residents only read paper 1. So we know that 60% of the residents read paper 1, and out of that, this over here is given as 10, which is only paper 1, right? This is given as 10%. So if we know that this is 60 and this is 10, then the intersection would be 60 minus 10, right? So yes, statement 2 alone is also sufficient, and therefore the correct answer to this question is option D. That is, each statement alone is sufficient to solve the question. All the best in your preparation.